Hello and welcome to i-nastava. This is a video lesson for English language 4th grade high school students. My name is Davor Černi and I will be your teacher for today.
Well, the title of today's lesson is How Can I Change Things? In today's lesson, you'll be reading a text, comparing and evaluating information from different sources, and you'll be taking part in a group work doing a research project. So let's get ready, get your equipment ready, and you can stop the video at any time, and in the video description you can find all the links needed for this lesson. This is a list of links that we're going to use in this video. So let's start. To begin with, you're going to watch a short video. In this video, I would like you to look at the photos and think about the connection between them. Write down some of your associations to this video. So these were some of my associations. Challenging, challenge, famine, running, sickness, impaired, make a difference, difficult, donate, overcome, help, illness, victory, assist, poverty. Okay, let's do a little rebus. Can you guess what is the key word? The first picture symbolizes a person running. Then we have a fox. If we change the X to R, we get 4. Then we have an ant. If we lose the anti, we get A. And we have a cake. K is exchanged for US, and we get running for a cause. If you like the rebuses, you can always visit the link here and make your own rebus. So that's what some people do. They, for example, run for a cause. But you might ask yourself, what about me? Can I make a difference? Can I help someone? What can I do to help? Can someone help me? And who can I ask for advice? These are some of the questions that we will try to answer in this video lesson. So this year, I ran for a cause. I ran for those who can't. So I took part in a global race called Wings for Life. You might have heard of it. As you can see, this year in May, due to Corona pandemic, the whole race was held using a virtual app. You can see that 77,000 people took part and they raised 2.8 million euros for this specific cause. 171 nationalities took part in 104 countries in the range from 18 to 95. And we all covered 924,960 kilometers. So here is a link. You can still support me, for example, and donate to the cause. So I'm already registered for next year's run, so I'm in for the World of Wings for Life 2021. So if you want to join the global race using an app run, here is the link where you can register and make a little change yourself. So this brings us to our first research project. Wings for Life World Run. Wings for Life, cijeli svijet za jedan cilj. What if we could move the whole world? No matter where we are in the world, same day, same time, a global race with only one runner in the end, a world run. Here are a couple of links where you can find out more about Wings for Life World Run. So over to you. What I would like you to do is divide yourselves into groups of 5. It's important that you assign roles to each member of your group. So who is going to be your group leader, and divide tasks among yourself. Using the links below, find out more about the Wings for Life Foundation and try to answer the basic journalist questions. Why, when, who, what, where, how, and add an interesting quote. As a result of your research project, you will make a poster and a presentation for your class or school and try to get students, motivate them, so students from your school, involved in the race next year. So, are you inspired to run yet? Yes? No? Why or why not? So, let's move on. We'll do a little vocabulary work. Here are some keywords that we're going to need for our reading exercise. What I would like to do is match the words on the left to their definitions on the right. So words are epic, fancy dress, frostbite, agony, ecstatic, and an outcry. And you have suggested explanations on the right. Pause the video and do the exercise. And here are the answers. So epic, something extraordinary in scope or size. A fancy dress can be a costume that makes you look like a famous person or a fictional character. Frostbite is an injury as a result of extended exposure to freezing temperatures. Agony, great pain. Ecstatic, extremely happy or excited. And an outcry is a strong protest. So what are we going to read about? Have you heard of a British man called Jamie MacDonald and he's 5,000 miles across Canada? There are a few steps that you're going to follow in this activity. First one is predict, then read, and then check your answers. Here are the 7 questions that I would like you to predict the answers to. So why did Jamie decide to run across Canada? How long did it take him? What did he wear? How did he pay for the run? What problems did he encounter on the run? How did he feel at the end of the run? And which film does he describe as one of the best films in the world? So, concentrate on these 7 questions and try to predict what the possible answers could be. So, Jamie MacDonald, some people call him the real-life Forrest Gump. You might have heard of the movie. And this is his story at the end of his epic 5,000-mile run across Canada. So using the link, go to the text, read the text about Jamie MacDonald, and do the tasks. There is a little true or false activity and vocabulary work. You can also use the QR code. These were some of my predictions that I made before I read the text. So let's see if you had the similar predictions. So he ran to raise money. long time, months, it took him to prepare. He was wearing a superhero costume, saved money or sold something. So he had problems with frostbites, injuries, getting robbed. He felt both happy and sad. And his most favorite movie is Forrest Gump. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed reading the text about Jamie McDonald and doing the activities. This is another activity connected to the text. We have some phrasal verbs that were taken out of the text. We have to use them in similar sentences. You notice that I have underlined parts of the sentences. These parts of the sentences can help you decide which form of the phrasal verb you have to use. So you can pause the video and do the activity. So in the first sentence, we underlined Mark is a very good communicator. This is a fact, something that Mark is. So we use the present simple. He gets his message across. In the second sentence, we underlined the modal auxiliary verb will. So modal verbs are usually followed by infinitive. So we put the phrasal verb in the infinitive. I'll pay you back. In the third sentence, we underlined was. So there are two possibilities. It's either a passive form or past continuous. So we can guess that it's passive form because Jeffrey is recovering in the hospital, so something bad happened to him. So he was beaten up. Sentence number 4. At the moment is underlined, which means the activity is happening right now. Allison is saving up. Sentence 5, we underlined to, so it means that it should be followed by infinitive, so to give back. Sentence 6, in 1492, so this is past simple. Set off, since it's irregular verb, it's set. Sentence number 7, I'm going for a run tomorrow morning. If you want, you can jog along, also followed by infinitive. And Alan's decision to quit his job was not an easy one, but his wife was behind him 100%. This was past simple. So we'll make a little break in the lesson and go over to you. You can use this part of the lesson as a sort of a talking point. Here are 4 questions that you can use to discuss among yourselves. So what do you think of this guy, Jamie McDonald? How difficult or dangerous would it be to run across Croatia in a fancy dress? Can you think of any other similar extraordinary achievements? And have you ever considered taking part in an extreme sport or event? So spend a few minutes and discuss this with your friends. So let's continue. This brings us to the research project number 2, which we named Adventureman. So if you don't think project number 1 was for you, maybe project number 2 is the right one for your group. So how can one person change things all by himself? Well, to quote Jamie, anyone can be a superhero. So the instructions are the same as for the project number 1. In groups of 5, assign roles to each member of your group, so it's important to decide who is doing what in the project. And using the links below, find out more about Jamie McDonald, or as he likes to refer to himself, the Adventureman. You can also try to contact him using social networks. And answer the basic questions. Why, when, who, what, where, how, and give us a quote. As a result of your project work, make a poster and a presentation for your class or school, and try to get students, motivate them to get involved in any kind of charity project, or if you are well motivated, you can start your own project on a school level. So the last part of today's lesson, taking the Matura exam, leaving school. This is something that awaits you. This is going to be a big step, and it's very important that you self-empower yourself. Build resilience, build self-belief, and believe in yourselves that you can make a difference in this world. So to help you do the things I mentioned on the previous slide, I'm going to leave you with some quotes here from some important or famous people. So the first quote, the power you have is to be the best version of yourselves you can be, so you can create a better world. Or, for example, you may have to fight a battle more than once to win. Or it doesn't just come overnight. You've got to train for it and believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. And the last one, no work is insignificant. All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence. The last one was from Martin Luther King Jr. And this brings us to the last project, the research project number 3, the famous Terry Fox run. So Terry Fox inspires our dreams to come true. Hashtag be like Terry. Terry is famous for some of the quotes he made. So on this slide you can see a few of them. I want to try the impossible to show it can be done. I believe in miracles. I have to. So these are some of the quotes that Terry was making. Of course, due to pandemic, this year and the next year, the Terry Fox Run was held and is planned to be held also using an app. So, like for the first two projects, maybe this one is the right one for you. In groups of 5, I repeat again, assign roles, it's very important. And using the links below, find out more about Terry Fox Run. Maybe you can connect with other schools in Canada using the e-twinning tool and answer these basic questions. Why, when, who, what, where, how, and give us an interesting quote. Make a poster and a presentation for your class or a classroom and try to get students from your school to get involved in the Terry Fox Run next year or this year, depends on when you do the project. You can also sign up for Terry Fox School Support. Choose your goal and just do it. To conclude, here is a little checklist for your research project to help you see if you have done everything you have to. So, we organize the group. Every member of the group has a role. We try to answer the basic journalist questions: why, when, who, what, where, and how. We included a quote, we created a poster, and we created a presentation. Before we part, here is a little assessment. If you liked today's lesson, give us thumbs up. Maybe you really enjoyed it, so you can jump for joy. Or if we weren't so exciting, maybe you can go back to sleep. Once again, thank you for your attention, and hope we'll see each other some other time. Bye.